Okay, good evening once again. So yesterday I was actually supposed to write to teach us how to write the recommendation letter. So I was like, the lecturer will be the one writing the recommendation letter. So why do I need to teach us how to write a recommendation letter? What do you think about that, Anisat? You think I need to teach you how to write a recommendation letter?
I don't know. I don't think it's really necessary. But if we
Exactly.
actually do have time at the end of the whole thing, then maybe it would be nice to have an idea of how to write it. But for now, if there are actually other things that we need to know about, I think we'll just go for that instead.
Okay. So let's move to a better thing. So we'll be discussing how to write a CV today. So here's my words. What's this? Okay, so now let's look at another important thing, which is how to write a CV. So we actually have different types of CV. So let me just set it out. Do you know the full meaning of CV is curriculum vitae? So we have different type of CV. We have the academic CV and we have the professional CV. So let me just write that one out also. We have the academic CV and we have professional. Actually, academic CV can also be referred to as professional CV. So let me try to look at the name here. Okay, I think you have professional. I think it's actually correct. So we will look at how to write both of them. Not both of them. Today we'll focus more on how to write an academic CV. So actually, let's say you are trying to apply, you are applying for a grant or you are trying to apply for any other thing, right? So especially when you're trying to apply for uh when you're trying to apply for graduate training school application, such as what we discussed yesterday, so you will need your academic CV, not your professional CV. Maybe I need to discuss what both of them mean. So academic CV is just CV highlighting your academic life. Basically, let's say you are a researcher now, so you want to add everything you have done in school, just as we have written it yesterday. So when you are saying something like professional CV does not need to include everything you have done in this life. Let's say I'm trying to apply for a role in Chevron as a project manager, right? So only the the stuff that I've done that are related to uh that are related to project management is what I will write on my professional CV. But academic CV is expected to be as long um as we like. So you can expect academic CV to be like 2, 3 page, 2 to 4 or 5 pages safe. And you are expecting professional CV to be 1 or 2 page, at most 2 page maximum. So those are the major difference between academic CV and professional CV. So now let's try to write academic CV. So obviously, so let's start writing it. So let's say academic CV. Let's focus on that one. And please, are you with me?
Yes, I
Anisat.
can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Academic CV. So you start with your name. So you write something like sheet two. Let's say I'm trying to develop one for myself. So you write something like sheet two. I'm told. So obviously you have to write your full name there. For that sheet two, I have to call you Molayinka. It's So when you are done, you have to write your address. So let's say I'm living in Ikeja. Ikeja. You don't need to write your full address actually. You just want to write something that you can be contacted. Maybe when they send you a message or they send you something through the post mail, so you can get it right. So let's just say Ikeja, Lagos, you know, Nigeria, right? So when you're done, that's the first thing you need to write. Maybe your address. Just like something they can use to contact you. So you want to write your address, you want to write your phone number, you want to write your email, you want to write your maybe LinkedIn link. Just that when they see your name, they can contact you basically. That's the first thing you need to write under beneath your name. So let's say I'm done writing my address now. That's the Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. So I'm trying to add necessary landmark. So the closest landmark to my place is what Ikeja, right? And Lagos Ikeja, that's like the city. Lagos, that's I already know that I'm talking about Lagos, but Lagos there's different Lagos actually. There is Lagos in Portugal, so you have to specify the country you are speaking from, which is why I've written Nigeria here. So after you are done with that one, so it is better you actually separate it with a straight line. So let me try to find my own straight line here. Um, Okay, yeah. So you have to separate it with this type of line. So what else can I write? You can write your number, maybe like something like, but obviously if you want to start with your number, you want to write your number, you have to start with +234 because this is a Nigerian country. So you want to write something like 82672312. Okay, let's say this is my number. Okay, so the next thing you want to write is how can they contact me? So they can contact me using this particular email. So let's say something like aredita um, at gmail.com. So next thing, so I already have the address, I already have the name they can contact, I already have the number, the email they can send the message to. Also, what else? I want to give them my LinkedIn link. So you can actually add your LinkedIn link, maybe something like www.linkedin, because LinkedIn is known for its professional social media. So you can give them something like that, www.linkedin.com/Alex, right? So the next thing you want to write is now, because you are trying to write academic CV, because you are writing academic CV, so there are some key important things that you need to write about yourself. Let's say I'm trying to apply for this one has to be bigger. This particular name has to be bigger. Instead of 14, let's give it something like 20, even 22. Yeah, yeah. It's making sense already. So now we are done. Now I'm trying to say there are some key important things that you need to add under your academic CV. So what are the things that you need to add under your academic CV? The first thing is professional summary. Professional summary. Now, what is the meaning of this professional summary? Remember, you are trying to check, you are trying to write everything that you've done during your academics, and obviously you are trying to apply for a role. Let's say you are trying to apply for an internship, you are trying to apply for an externship, or you're trying to apply for a scholarship. Obviously, you have to summarize the thing, the main goal of what you are trying to achieve, how your skills work together, understand. That's what you want to write in your professional summary, basically. So after you are done with your professional summary, you want to see your education background. So your educational background. You want to have your educational background. So after that one, we want to see research experience also. So this research experience is not uh, this one. Let me just write. It's not compulsory, right? But because we are research students here, so we want to tell them that okay, I've learned research before, or let's say you have even published a manuscript, you can just tell them that oh, I've worked on a manuscript, and you understand, and the name of this paper is this thing, and you can also give them your link to your paper. So you want to write your research experience, but if you don't have it, obviously you can delete that from your academic CV. So the next thing you have to write is your work experience. So we have our work experience here. What else? What else? What else? Okay. I want to say teaching experience. Actually, teaching experience is also regarded highly in academic CV. So it's not a must that you have everything, but let me just write it. Teaching experience, volunteering experience. We have the volunteering experience. What else? Volunteering experience. Um, okay, instead of research experience. Okay, I can even write publication. Publications. That's if you have any publication. So even let's say you have awards and honors. Yes, awards and honors. So let's say you've gotten some awards in your school. So you can just write your awards and honor there. And awards you've won while in school, awards and honors. Even if you get any grants, you can write something like that, grants and funding. Also, okay, what else can you say? Skills and competency. So actually, we have two types of skill. We have the hard skills and the wet and the soft skill. So I'll explain what these are. So what else? I think that's basically everything. Okay, reference. Okay. Now let's try to summarize what I've explained again. So we have this professional summary, basically just trying to summarize whatever you have done. And try to add a bullet here. Okay, that's better. So we have the academic CV. So now these are the major topic that you'll be writing on. The first thing is let's try to write on our professional summary. So we write on this. So it's not a must that you include everything in your professional in your academic CV. So you can leave out some if you don't have anything to write on it. But let's say obviously you have to write a professional summary, educational background, and especially because this you are focusing on research, and let's say you want to apply for a graduate school, it's actually expected of you to have some research experience. If you will not even have, at least if you not have a publication, at least you must have a research experience. So that's why this research experience looks like it is quite important, right? But publication might not be entirely important. So also you want to tell us your work experience, where you have worked and why you are working there. So the teaching experience, this one is not it is regarded highly in academic CV because at a point in life they expect you to have taught, to have teach someone in your life. So volunteering experience also. So you want to know how these your skills um build up to actually show or to further corroborate your interest or your field interest. So then you want to write your awards and honor, probably let's say you are among the best in your class. And you all know you only give awards and honors to people that stand out in their respective department or faculty, or they do something better at their respective fields, and which is why you need to include awards and honors in your academic CV. Also, you want to write your skills, and I said earlier that we have two types of skill. We have the hard skills, then we have the soft skills. So the hard skills are the major skills that you learned. Let's say something like data analysis. Those are hard skills. Data science, what else? Let's say bioinformatics, all those skills, graphic design, painting, all of those are hard skills. Soft skills, how good you can manage all these tasks together. And a soft skill is like communication, problem solving, coordination. What else? Let's say humility, um there are actually, okay, let me give you a case. There's a friend of mine, when he got a job, he was working in a firm physically. So he has always been a guy that code on his own, he just do the thing his way and it works for him. So unfortunately when he got there, he he continued on his daily habit, on his usual habit. He doesn't consider it as so bad or something. So, and the thing was going haywire. Not like he's not competent, but there are some important, important information he's missing out on because he's not communicating with his roommates. Unfortunately, he was later fired because of inconsistency in communication. So communication actually it's actually a good soft skill which you need to know. Working under pressure, maybe not that much pressure, but you need to make accurate decision even while you are under pressure. So you will not you not put the team in depth. So let's continue. So the first thing we want to write is academic professional summary. So let's try to write that. Let me copy this. Okay. So let's so we have professional summary. So the first thing is I want to start with something like sheet two. Easy. Okay, if I'm not finally is a graduate of a university. So I'm just trying to write what I'm trying to do. Remember, I'm trying to use the use case we used yesterday. Maybe I should just open it for us in case we were not here yesterday. Um, So there is this guy here. The name is Chile. I think I changed it to Chile. So this guy studied pathology in BUK. That's he studied pathology in BUK. He is a first class graduate. He was in research club and he was also in anti-drug misuse club. So he had two research people already, and he has a research experience in a hospital, and also is a drug designer. So that's what we are trying to. This is the use case. Um, this is the about. This is about, so let's try to use that. Maybe I'll just copy it to this place. So it can be easy when I'm trying to refer to. Okay. So you want to start with, okay, yes. So now I'm starting on a new page now. So I will be fast a little bit. Bayero University. Come. So you want to say my research interest lies. Okay, interest lies in the field. Remember, yesterday I also told us that this particular guy is trying to study what infectious disease, and is applying for a scholarship which is called Erasmus Mundus scholarship, right? So um my my research my research interest lies in the what's the course he's trying to study. So we want to in the fields of infectious disease. Notice how I'm trying to tailor this down to infectious disease in the infectious disease, my passion. Okay, my passion. My passion now. And then a lasting. So a lasting solution um to tuberculosis. Instead of saying tuberculosis, let me just say communicable disease. To enhance my passion and curiosity drives my commitment to enhance patients better living condition are the unsuspecting suspecting patients and enhance patients. So remember, I'm trying to apply for a scholarship, right? So I can just say my skills. Um, Maybe I'll show you one of my. Let me show you my CV. So in case I cannot write it, let me continue first. My skills, work, and my skills further go. My skills sorry, my skills in drug designer. Let me see, in drug design. My skills in sorry, my skill. My skill in further life and discovery. Okay. So you can write something like that, something as short as that. Please, are you guys still with me? Can you grab an emoji if you still understand what I'm doing? So basically, I'm just trying to write a professional summary of what I'm doing. So I've already told them that my research interest lies in the field of what infectious disease, and I'm trying to find a lasting solution to communicable disease. Then I'm telling them that my skills work together. So instead of saying my skill only in drug design, I'm trying to find a way to include how my skills in maybe let me just say my skills in drug design for that about the community and industry report to enhance patient outcome, and also I've developed a research. Okay, maybe I will include that later. But yeah, you can actually bulk this up. It does not look professional right now. So the next thing after our professional summary is to write your educational background. So I think I'll be a little bit fast now. So you'll not be slow. So the next thing is I want to write educational background. Okay. So you want to say Bachelor of Science. Bachelor. That's Bachelor of Science. That's pathology. Right. So you can say the university. What's the university he went to? He went to Bio University, Kano. So also you can tell us your dates. So you can say, so the date is actually supposed to be at the right hand side. So you press your tab. So this is my last hand side. So I want to write something like, okay, that's too much. Let's say something like 2022 to 2025. Okay, so yeah, it's making sense now. So now let's continue. So you can also in the next slide, you can place a tab like this. So write something like this is not actually supposed to be in tab. Right. So you can highlight this one onto a file. So you can write something like let's say grade now. So I said yesterday I said he had 4.91. So I want to write your grade 4.91 over 5.0. Then you can write your relevant coursework. So you have to write this relevant the courses that you did that are relevant to what you are trying to study. So relevant coursework. So let's say something like coursework. Let's say something like you did pathology, you did histology, you did anatomy. What else can you do? You did anatomy, you did human body. Let's just say human body and disease. We studied disease also. So you can just this one then add it in the tag. So one thing about writing academic CV is that you start from the most recent to the least recent. So this is actually the most recent educational background. Obviously, that's from 2022 to 2025. Also, you can also include um your your um your senior secondary school certificate. So you can just say something like you went to far high school. Right? You can say something like this. And okay, you have to tell them that you got a degree, obviously. So tell them. Maybe let's say seniors living senior school certificates. What do you call it again? So senior school certificates. So you can write the name here, Far High School. So what's the year? So let's say something like 2014 to 2022. So can you see? It's already making sense now. That's good. So okay, now let's continue. So after that one, the next thing you want to write is your research experience. Now let's say you have a research experience as an externship. So the meaning of externship, in case you are not familiar with that word, externship is just like you see where's the student see ways that you are doing or the school mandates it on you to do in a hospital setting. So actually, as a pharmacy student, or I know a lot about pharmacy students that 300 level or 400 level, the school mandates you to have a research experience or to have COS experience if you are not calling it research experience. So there are some people that choose to study to do their COS in or their COS in hospital setting. There are some that choose to do it in communities pharmacy, or there are some that choose to do it in an industrial pharmacy. So it depends on what you are doing, where you are doing it. But in this case, let's assume this particular person has done an externship with what in an hospital setting. So we have externship here, that's the COS. Externship is just something that the school mandates you to do. Internship is one thing that the school doesn't mandate you to do, like you want to do it yourself. So that's it. That's the difference. So we have our research experience. Let me just copy this one. Just so you have our research experience here. Okay, let's continue. So inside this research experience, you can see something like externship, externship. Because that's basically what you did, right? So externship, let's say Lutz, Lagos, teaching departments. You can write something like departments of pathology, Lagos Teaching Hospital, right? So you can just write the year. So notice how I'm trying to make my year fall on the same page. So you can say something like 20, obviously that would be like maybe like oh it's maybe like 10, 25. So it can't be something you will do for long. Okay. So so research experience. So you can also say something like after you said you can have your publication. So we already said this particular person has two research paper on infectious disease, right? So you can write something like publications. Please, are you guys still with me? Hello, can anyone unmute their mic there? Okay. Okay. Publication. I can write something like so, so I can write something like um let's say general overview. NUP. So, so this is one of his publication, right? General overview on tuberculosis, a new POV. So now let's say the second one he has not published it, he's yet to publish it. You can also say something like one research paper. Now say one research paper. One research paper under review. One research paper under review. So you can just make this general your bullet point. So can you see? It's already making sense now. So I've already written the first one. So now this work experience, I'll just write like one because obviously you have many. So let's just write like one. Yes. Okay. So now let's say this particular person, what was his work experience? You have any work experience? I think I told us that he was a data analyst, data science yesterday, data scientist yesterday. So you can just write something like data scientist. So you can write something like that, data scientist. So what's the name of the stuff you worked in? So if you actually look at what I've been doing, I started with what the stuff he's doing is a Bachelor of Science in Pathology. Then I wrote the where he's doing the pathology. The same thing here, I told him that it was an externship at the Department of Pathology. I told him I also stated where he was doing the externship. Now this data scientist you're actually supposed to state, the next thing is supposed to be, where are they performed this particular data science thing? So what's the name of the organization? So you can start with writing something like this. Data scientist, let's say Sarelo Global. Right. So the next thing will be what's the date. So you have to make sure it is somewhere around this place. So we want to write our, let's say 2020 to 2025. Right? So but under this particular work experience, you're actually supposed to write some roles and responsibility. Roles, responsibility. Responsibilities. What are the roles and responsibilities? So let's just say I'll just write like two. Let's say something like I analyze the data. So I built it, I built a prediction system. Can you see? So obviously this will not be what you will write in your own. So you can, this is one, right? This is one. This is just this is just one out of the work experience. You can list as many work experience as you want. So we just move away from there. So the same thing, you will do the same exact same thing for your teaching experience. So when you write your teaching experience there, you want to write something like data science teaching experience. You can say biology teacher or science teacher at at Dada High School. Then you want to list out your roles and responsibility. So the same thing for volunteering experience. So let me just write both of them. You actually see how it is being done. So let's write teaching experience. So it will be somewhere something like this. So teaching experience, this one can be science teacher. So instead of so teach. Obviously, you know write what I'm writing, please. Volunteering experience. We said that he joined as a member, right? So let's just say as a dog is used, or let's just use this one. Let's start with this. Volunteering experience. This one is not supposed to have this one. Okay. Volunteering experience. I want to write something. Okay. So sorry. Please, are you still with me? Do you understand everything I've done so far? Hello, are you guys still with me? Please, can you reply with an emoji if you are still with me and understand everything we've done so far? Anyone? Zainab, are you there? Hello, Zainab, are you there? Anisat, are you there also?
Yes, sorry. Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry.
Okay. So basically, we are almost done with the research, an academic CV, and you can see how easy it is. So now the next thing is after the volunteering experience, let's say this person did not win any awards and honors or no grants and funding. Obviously, the next one will be what skills and reference. So let me look at it. So I can just make this bold so they can see it. Okay. So in these skills, I'll just separate them into two. So I'll go with art skills first. And two. So what are the art skills? Let's say this person, because it's a data science, I'm expecting it to know Python, it's like and let's see, what else can I know? Let's say Excel. So then, also, I want to write some soft skills for me. So the soft skills, let's say, yes, communication, teamwork, and um, guidance, coordination. Let me get a problem solving. Okay. There's no need you need to write. You may or may not add reference. So we are done with writing our academic CV. So I'm just trying to format this thing. Okay. So can someone unmute their mic and tell me if they don't understand anything? Maybe I need to engage you guys. Miss Ali, do you think you can write your academic CV now?
Yes, I did understand everything you've been doing up to now. And yes, if I actually want to try, I think I'll be able to write mine.
Do you think you will be able to write yours? Yeah? Miss Ali, do you think you'll be able to write yours? Okay, she's not with us. Miss Zainab, are you there? Miss Zainab, are you there? Okay. I guess that would be it for tonight. So you can watch this recording again and look at how we write an academic CV. So I will implore every one of us have an academic CV because it's usually come in handy. So I will advise everyone. So in case you also do not, you also want more example. So you can just go to my let's say something like Shitu Abdukoya. Just set this on your LinkedIn. So then click on my resume link. So you can also look at mine and use that template also. So Shitu Abdukoyim Olayinka on LinkedIn. So search it on LinkedIn. So you can actually use that template while creating your own also. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. See you next time. Bye.